Police officers stabbed multiple times and stoned to death. Plus, a shocking discovery in the boot of the police car. Nelson Mandela University female student killed during robbery. Nelson Mandela University female student killed during robbery. The image is seared into her memory. A nightmare she can't escape. The man she loved, a protector of the community, being hunted down like an animal. In the dead of night in Philippi East, Jan Pagad, a 26-year-old leap officer, was hijacked alongside his 43-year-old girlfriend. Good day, my name is Jan Pagadi. I will be doing my presentation on the Xhosa culture. The Xhosa culture originated and is dominant in the province of the Eastern G. It was formed and led by the late King Paulo. It is formed under different claims, of which I come from the claiming of one the cross culture, believed a lot in 1:36 doing things the traditional way. Be it medicine, be it religion, or be it ceremonies, you will still find people showing up with their traditional attire on. Even the food that is served, you will 1:54 still find people being served the traditional food. The Xhosa culture believes the Lord that a man is the head of a household and a woman should take care of their offsprings. The Xhosa culture also believed in farming and having kua for a living. Thank you. They were simply driving home, unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. But this was no ordinary robbery. It was a savage, merciless assault fueled by an unknown rage. Stabbed multiple times, Yank desperately tried to escape the onslaught, with his instincts driving him to flee into the darkness of the Marikana informal settlement. But his attackers were relentless. They pursued him into the maze of shacks and alleyways. There they finished him off, ruthlessly stoning him with a callous disregard for human life. As his girlfriend, frozen in terror and utterly helpless, could only watch the horrifying scene unfold. What drove these men to such extreme measures? Was this a random, or was there a more sinister, targeted motive behind Yoni's murder? We uncover the harrowing details of this case, piecing together the events of that fateful night and the desperate search for justice that now consumes a grieving community. This tragic event did not end there. Law enforcement teams sprang into action, determined to bring those responsible to justice. Within hours, they arrested a 22-year-old man suspected of involvement. But the pursuit continued using tips from the community and coordination between units like the Safety and Security Information Systems Management, the South African Police Services Organized Crime Unit, LEAP itself, and the Chicha Tactical Response Unit. They tracked down more leads. A key tip led them to the CO informal settlement, where 2 additional suspects were captured. During this last arrest, they recovered a knife believed to be the one used in the attack, a crucial piece of evidence that tied the suspects directly to the scene. These 3 men, now facing charges of murder and hijacking, appeared in the Athlone Magistrates Court on October 14th. The case took an even more disturbing turn during the suspects' court appearance, as prosecutors revealed a shocking discovery made after their arrest. Following the apprehension of Tandur Toto Asamama and Asava Damas, police thoroughly searched Picard's stolen vehicle. To their surprise, they found 2 women hidden in the boot of the car. This revelation led to additional kidnapping charges being filed against the 3 men, adding another layer of complexity to the already horrific case. The motive for the women's confinement remains under investigation, raising questions about whether they were victims of a separate crime or had some connection to the events leading to Pagadi's demise. The presence of the 2 women in the boot of the stolen vehicle has significantly broadened the scope of the investigation, prompting authorities to explore various possibilities. Were these women abducted before or after Pagadi's murder? Were they known to the suspects, or were they random victims of opportunity? These are the questions detectives are now working to answer as they seek to unravel the full extent of the alleged crimes. The addition of kidnapping charges underscores the ruthless nature of the accused and the potential for further victimization beyond the tragic loss of Jan Pagadi. As the case progresses, the focus remains on securing justice for all those affected by this senseless act of brutality. A 4th suspect remains at large, and authorities continue their search, emphasizing the need for community help to close the case fully. Pagatti's story highlights the risks faced by those who choose to serve in law enforcement, especially in areas where crime lurks around every corner. He was known for his commitment to improving life for people in the Cape region, often putting himself in harm's way to fight against threats that plague daily existence. His family, still grieving, has received support from officials who visited them, offering condolences and assurances that justice would be pursued relentlessly. What has happened? Look, the family is very devastated, and to say that was said would be an underestimation of how we exactly feel as a family. Young was a young man in the family. He brought life to the family, and he was also a shining armor to the family. Having lost him at such a young age is deeply hurtful to us, to everyone else in the family. We're a very big family and a broad family, and everyone has been deeply touched by his passing. Mostly touched by the fact that he has died at a young age, but died in the way that he has died. Which shows us that crime is really a big problem in our communities. But we're very sad as a family, and we do hope that now that the suspects have been arrested, and we're going to get justice, and he's going to get the justice that he deserves because he was a dedicated law enforcement officer at a young age of 26. We've seen him getting compliments all over social media, showing us that he was hope for the city, and he was going to do more things to fight against crime in the city of Cape Town. But we're really, really saddened. Our family is devastated. We might be looking strong now, but deep in our hearts, we are holding down broken hearts and broken tears that would not want to show to everyone, because we have to be strong. For everyone else, also who has been hurt by thugs in our streets, we have to remain strong. We hope that, and we trust that we're going to receive justice, and that this suspect will not even get today. So yeah, that's how we feel. Leaders in the safety sector have called for the courts to deny bail to the arrested men, arguing that releasing them could endanger more lives and undermine the efforts of officers like Pagat. The Western Cape Provincial Police Commissioner has praised the quick response that led to the arrests, while the MEC for Police Oversight and Community Safety expressed deep anger over the loss, noting how it sets back the broader battle against crime in the province. This incident serves as a painful example of the dedication required from law enforcement and the heavy price they sometimes pay. Thanks for watching.